Hey guys, today my name is Seth, this is Jim. We're sitting here with Steve with Artur Express. Thank you, Steve, for your time. Steve, interested in not only what you do with Artur, but also your story. I know you've been in this game for a long time, and not only as a driver, but kind of going up through everything that you've seen. Man, what's your story? How did you get here?
Basically, first of all, thanks you guys for coming. It's a great opportunity. We like doing business with you guys. You've always helped us get drivers in trucks, so that's a great opportunity. We like the partnership. But my story is kind of an easy one, basically. I've only worked at two places. Been doing this at my 30th anniversary, so in November I'll have 30 years in. I put 8 years here at Artur Express, but I put 22 years in at the place before I worked. Started out there on night shift, unloading planes, trains, spotting trailers at Ford. Kind of got in the business of where I was driving a truck for a while, and then started owning some trucks, got inside of the company, managing the company. There was a few transitions and buyouts and things, but I stayed. I was always in the same desk, same department, same owners, basically, just different name on the door. I stayed through that whole transition for the 22 years, and it just became time to where I could see that company once again was going from the trucking company, because I'm a trucker. I got 1 million plus miles under my belt. I understand this industry. It was turning into a transportation company. Transportation company to me is someone that works for the customer. A trucking company works for your trucker. Your trucker is who drives your revenue. I gotta have customers, don't get me wrong, and I'm the guy to keep my truckers in line, so we take care of the customers, but you got to take care of them truckers, and you got to show them the love through the door. They're not even going to come here. So I just felt that it was time to find a trucking company again. Grandpa owned the place, Dad ran the place, the kids were starting to take over, and I said, you know what, let's make that change before they sell the place and I don't have this opportunity. So 8 years ago, found Artur Express. They were looking for a team dispatch manager. That's always my funny story. They were looking for team dispatch manager, and we only had like 10 teams at the time, and now after 8 years, we're over 200 teams. So we've grown that division. I started with a total of 250 trucks when we started here 8 years ago, and we're over 725 now. We're up to about 760. COVID, we've lost a few just because they're transitioning to just stay home, do other things. Right. So we know we'll be back up. We really have a nice goal of, we want to get over 800. We'd like to get over 800 this year, get our numbers up to 800. And an eventual goal is to be that 1,100 truck company. 1,100 kind of puts you in that top 100 trucks. You really can compete with the big boys. And it really lets drivers know that, we're not 50 buildings all around the country, right. One building, and we're going to, compete with the big guys. And our pay plans do it, our equipment does it, a brand new facility here, and all of those things really help us get there. That was the vision I seen 8 years ago with Tom and Artur, was we want to grow this place. We don't want 5,000 trucks next week, but can we grow 100 a year? Can we grow 50 a year? Can we have, less turnover than the national average? So instead of being 100% turnover, we're in the 60s, 70s, right in there. So I just seen the vision. One of the greatest things about this company, though, truly, that made me just say, okay, sign, whatever, just give me a deal. Arthur's dad still drives here and owns trucks. He does 150,000 miles a year, and Tom's mom owns trucks here. So when owners of the company own trucks, that really made me, I walked in the building and said, look at these young, slick guys. And when they told me that story, and their story of, 21 years ago, they started out as a car service in New York, running 600 cars. They were just dispatchers at that time. So they really got their feet wet in transportation. And then, Arthur's dad was already doing it, and then it just built from there. But I just felt this was a home for me because we treat everybody like someone, not something, or nothing is replaceable here. Every employee, we want to make sure they're the best. We give them the best tools. Same with the drivers. Sure. So that's just one of our things that I really like. They were all about top notch. It was just, we want the best. We want to be the best, but we don't want to cut all the corners. We don't want to just, screw a bunch of drivers to get there. And that is not what happens here. I mean, when your father runs a truck here, you hear a lot of stuff about the business. You hear what customers are great, what facility repair places are good, or what person in the office isn't answering the phones properly. So that's when I knew that. And then plus another thing about Tom and Artur is, here's your position, own it. Run this room like it's your business. If we don't like how you run your business, we'll let you know. Sure. So that really gives you freedom to,
that's huge,
be a mover and shaker in the business.
It does.
No micromanaging.
Right.
And that's what I needed.